home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe, this is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land. That's right, everybody. I'm here to talk a little about YouTube on YouTube. And for the bulk of 2017, I guess with the apocalypse and everything, that's all we've been talking about. At first, I tried to avoid this, because who wants to hear about creators' woes? But as time has gone on, I do think, because a lot of small creators listen to my, well, I'm a small creator, but a lot of upstarts, guys that like a few more subs, listen to my, generously listen to my program, for lack of a better word. And they are interested in what's going on in YouTube, because YouTube is more than likely in its death throes as we knew it in 2016 and before. And it's not just one thing. If anything has tipped the scale, and I've said this before, it is the election of Donald Trump. And considering that YouTube is, or Google itself, is such a progressive company, or really regressive company, as we've seen in the case of James Damore, I have just had it with creators like Casey Neistat, no disrespect, trying to go, hey, YouTube, you're broken. You're broken. As if they are just incompetent. Rag said it's just incompetence. I no longer believe that. YouTube is not broken. Susan Wojcicki and her ilk, and probably the seniors in Google, are getting the exact result that they want. And I think it's a lot better if we start putting it in these terms, instead of Casey Neistat futilely begging YouTube to get their attention. Casey, there's smart people over there. They understand every word you're saying. They're not going for your result. Your result is for everybody, for YouTube to continue as it was and be beneficial for all types of ideas and content. That's not their goal. And it's time to start talking that way. It's not their goal. Their goal, at least from what I've seen from Miss Wojcicki and her ilk, is to make YouTube a lot like Hollywood, a lot like mainstream media, a lot like television already was. And they're doing this despite the fact that they have something more powerful, more special, and has greater opportunity to enrich not only the people that consume it, but the content creators themselves. And the reason they don't want this, ask yourself, how many people in Hollywood are openly conservative? Do you think that's just because artists tend to lean to the left? Okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. But artists grow up. They pass 30. Or do you think it's because no young actor, actress, musician, or even a goddamn ballerina could ever spout off any political views than what is the mainstream of Hollywood? That's the one thing YouTube has not been able to rein in. And they haven't made much of an attempt until the election of Donald Trump, which I believe, and I think they believe, YouTube had a direct role. Donald Trump didn't paint Hillary Clinton as a suck-up to the hard left, the regressive left, the SJW. YouTube did. Thunderfoot did. And I think he has some regrets over it now. Chris Raygun did. TJ Kirk did. Sargon of Akkad did. Gamergate did. That victory, the first, if I want to call it right wing, because so many liberals actually fought the fight, classical liberals, as they like to say now, they have shut down the insanity that has been in Hollywood for years. So, you don't have to hide your political views or become an automaton anymore to be an actress or a content creator. You can actually show right-wing views, libertarian views, or in cases like Casey Neistat and Phil DeFranco, a little bit on both sides. That's not what you get from Hollywood. What you get from Hollywood is like think. Well, James Woods, he's a conservative. Well, he wasn't always. And he's like 70 fucking years old. He can say what he wants. He's already accomplished everything. Oscars, the whole nine. Have a young actor try that shit. I mean, look at the Oscars every year. It was a goddamn anti-Trump parade. And I'm willing to accept the fact that most of them are on the left because artists tend to move that way. Okay, sure, fine. That's sort of somewhat of a tradition. I could accept that. But it's not everybody. And YouTube is exposed, given a free and open platform, a true egalitarian system where anybody can upload. Left-wing views do not rise to the top in all cases. Certainly not extreme left-wing views. They don't. They're shut down because they can't fight in the open marketplace of ideas. Now, I'm certainly not saying all liberals, because this is we're gonna play not everybody game. Fuck you. Write that in the fucking already. Fuck you. Stop. Not all. Not me. Shut the fuck up. I can already hear it. We're talking about the like-think left. We're talking about people on the left, which we've seen a lot of. Look what's going on in our college campuses in the United States. They can't tolerate dissent under any circumstances. Can't discuss anything that they find disagreeable without painting that person as an extremist or a Nazi or somebody who's crazy or somebody of bad character. You would think that everybody that doesn't agree with Nita Sarkeesian is a bad person. Mabron, thank you so much. And the hierarchy of corporate America inside Google, likely definitely Facebook, Twitter, are these progressive, which is so ironic because I grew up hearing from the left how horrible corporations are and how they would try to control our societies and shove down their right-wing views, which, by the way, they never did. But they're doing it now. Yes, Google's doing it now. And from what I understand, the United States is looking into some antitrust situations, as they should. And I saw somebody in the chat right earlier, Google only cares about two things, money and left-wing propaganda. Wrong. If they cared about money, they would drop this shit and just continue the way they were going. From what I understand, talked to Dave yesterday, YouTube is going to post a loss for this quarter. Not a surprise since they're not running as many ads, and that's the business model. But may I present to you the fact that Google may not care about money in this, 1 percentile of money they're losing. Because Google has influence. I've said it before. I'll say it again. They have serious influence. So it's worth the loss. It's like buying a Ferrari. Every year it gets a little shittier and worth a little less. But it's still a Ferrari. And it looks fucking cool. And you probably could get laid if you parked it in the right place. It's not about money. And a lot of corporate America's like this. Look at the National Football League. Look at the way they've handled things politically in the last couple years. Roger Goodell. They're losing money. But they somehow keep going on with this progressive agenda despite losing money, which is something that corporations never did. If they lost money, pop, you're gone. That was the deciding factor. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to hear this. You don't hear this much anymore. All corporations care about is making money. They should concentrate more on social issues and try to better the world. I liked it better when they weren't on social issues. I liked it better when they were about making money because the free market decide, and that's what this is truly about. This is about the free market not having the ability to make the decision as they cannot in Hollywood, as they cannot on television and other platforms that would be considered mainstream. Google is trying to figure out a way to rein it in. The best way to do it, cut the purse. Melissa! $25, McGraw. Oh, sorry for not doing. Well, thank you, sir. I feel better already, and I'm going to keep firing away. You fuckheads motivate me. Not about money. Power and pushing this think sick agenda that we on YouTube are very familiar with from Gamergate and from the SJWs. We're talking about the people that dox you. We're talking about people that call your job and try to get fired. By the way, it happened to Bunty King this goddamn week. A minority. They don't care what your skin color is. They're not racist. They care how you think. The true communists that they are, or they emulate, I should say. Money is power. So, when Casey Neistat, well, let's look at about a week ago, when this thing became abundantly obvious, when Casey Neistat wrote, look, I made a charity video. I'm sorry. We love what you're doing to help, but no matter what the intent, our policy is not to run on charities. DeFranco calls bullshit. YouTube only comes back with, and they didn't come back with it right away. Well, they got their own deal. It doesn't matter. The traditional creator on YouTube, the old school sort of creator on YouTube is being pushed away. And it doesn't matter if they promote Hillary Clinton like Casey Neistat did. It doesn't matter. Because Casey Neistat can't be controlled. He might have an opinion on the right. He might have one on the left. You have to be like think. That's it. That's what they're looking for. So it's over. Unless Amazon gets involved, which I'm hearing. Unless the government, Trump administration, which is going to cause all sorts of problems, puts their foot down. Jeff the Chin just got paid. Here to support SFTP. Thank you so much, sir. Keeping it coming. And I'll keep firing away. And I'll also be taking your calls. I don't care what you talk about today. Today's the last day. And I got some serious backup, get to the point stuff to do. They're moving Kimmel in, and they're moving DeFranco out. So I'm a little sick of these guys being a little careful. Look, I love YouTube. I want them to succeed. They don't want to succeed. They want you to do what you're told, and you haven't gotten the hint yet. That's why your shit's being demonetized. And that's why the mainstream, that's why Kevin Hart's getting a fucking show. Like he needs a show on YouTube. YouTube is great. I mean, think of all the artists that discovered. I mean, I don't honestly, like, all right. He's a big pop star. Yeah, he's a big douchebag. But Justin Bieber wouldn't be Justin Bieber if it wasn't for YouTube. The biggest pop star in the last 20 years. You got it here. Basically a Canadian trailer park family. Guy could play a couple instruments. Bang. Billionaire. Probably. Close. Maybe at least 100 mil. They don't want that anymore. They can't control TJ, who is not exactly a right-wing guy. By any stretch. Or even Sargon. Because they criticize feminism. And rightfully so. It used to be when you said crazy fucking shit. That if you're not interested in a transgender man, then you are somehow a bigot. You just didn't say anything. You pretended it doesn't happen. And it just continues to be spewed on college campuses. With YouTube, you could take these insane statements by these college professors and these so-called activists, and you could easily Tear them apart. That simple. It's not even that difficult. We're always showing these people that we look. Anita Sarkeesian, she's not a bright woman. She's one of the reasons she's such an easy target, and it's easy to make money for her, because she's not that bright. She has no discernible talents. She has been told how to think, and she's been directing that, and she's also been told if anybody disagrees with her, because her values are obviously universal, that those are the bad guys that are coming to get her. They're the Nazis. They're the Klansmen. Everybody is. By the way, that's a lot like Che Guevara used to talk when he was running around slaughtering people in Cuba. They asked him why he killed so many people. As well, they're all CIA. Well, they couldn't have all been CIA, could they? That's how the far left thinks. And unfortunately, even in the Democratic Party in the United States, and probably in, everybody, right of Jeremy Corbyn in the UK, they've essentially declared war on thought or anybody that doesn't engage in like think. Because on YouTube, their arguments can be destroyed, and they repeatedly are. All the time. So you can piss and moan all you want running riot. That's what's happened the last couple of years. There has been a culture change. YouTube knows it. And they're trying to put your foot down on it. I really appreciate that what Phil DeFranco's doing is trying to point out the hypocrisy. But, and maybe he knows what I know, he's not ready to say it yet because he doesn't want to get his channel just disappeared. Sargon's account disappeared on Twitter. There's been a bunch of, weird stuff, no explanation. You threatened somebody. No, I didn't. Well, you're not getting it back anyway. We've seen it. We know people. People that come on the show has happened to, whether it be Twitter. And I don't propose to tell you that everybody on the right is an angel and no one's been disciplined incorrectly. I certainly think that YouTube has the right to say, get this Nazi out of here. He's telling people to hurt other people. Certainly they could do that with their platform. In fact, I would encourage that. The problem is everybody's a Nazi. Everything is hate speech. We've seen the woman next to me right here use this bullshit term, this made-up term in college. It has no bearing on science, psychology, nothing. Called microaggression. Oh, that means you don't even know you're being racist or bigoted or homophobic or misogynistic. There's no such thing as a microaggression. It is a unique way to accuse somebody of being a racist without actually having to show any evidence for it. That's all it is. That's all it was. Because the left's new argument is, I can shut down your argument by finding a creative way of calling you a bigot. A microaggression is one of them. Once you're a bigot, and in all reality, if you are a bigot, like I hate black people, I hate white people, there's really nothing that they can say that's worthwhile after that. These people on the far right know that. So once they get you in that box, then it's okay to get rid of you. Well, I just punched a Nazi. That's where that shit comes from. Somebody sent me a video today. It was supposedly a even-handed social justice warrior. It turned out not to be true. That YouTube's just trying to do this balance where they're, they don't want to hit people on both the left and the right or with just disagreeing opinions. And who's to say what hate speech is? But I saw through it. They threw people in the same category as Alex Jones that are definitely on the right, but certainly not crazy and certainly not white supremacist. He tied them all together. And then he did a nice puff piece on Antifa, saying that, Antifa people are really no worse than people that go to NFL football games, neglecting to mention Antifa's role in what happened in Hamburg just 3 months ago. Just let that out. Whoops! Antifa is no threat. They're not people looking to beat up people that disagree with them. They're just, if some of them get out of line, but it's no worse than what happens in the NFL. Wrong. And I've seen them do worse than that here, where they originate. And we played that long neck fucking lunatic, dangerous lunatic, That guy's name? He finally lost his job because he's a hateful bastard. A true person that preaches hate and violence. What was that guy's name? Oh, who cares what his name was? He was just funny to look at. We've seen that. We've seen what these people are like. YouTube would rather have people like that either just kind of ignored or not spoken out against. They don't want the radical feminists, the man haters, to be criticized. They don't want the honest debate. When somebody calls you look what they did to James Damore. $1. I stole Daniel Keem's dollar in the woods. Here you go. Thanks. They don't want you. They don't want it because they know they can't win. And they know that stuff on the right will be more popular. When they opened up in the United States, they got rid of the so-called Fairness Act, which, by the way, was completely unfair, and it was only enforced against the right in the United States. Talk radio was born, and it used to be sort of the edgy where you'd find right-wing opinion in the United States. It made money, serious money. And they said, well, nobody will listen to that trash. Everybody thinks like us. No, it's not true. Your values aren't universal. Roman Atwood did something funny. I would never watch any of Roman Atwood stuff. So he bitches. This is more evidence. He bitches to YouTube. Look, she's a zombie. YouTube, you demonetized my new vlog before it was even public. Gotta love that. Thanks for watching and supporting. So they write back stupidly. Again, we show the $ status in a vid that is public, so there's a chance you can feel it before the live reminder. Guidelines also apply to thumbnails, which woke up everybody. This is how you know this is bullshit. Wait a minute. You just told us 1,000 views. And after that, oh, by the way, we changed it. Look below there. Oh, we changed the policy. Now you don't need 1,000 views. Well, I'll tell you something. My older stuff isn't getting looked at. I don't know if you noticed it. The guys that have YouTube channels, there's something like a stream live or something like that, right? And it's usually used for gaming, sort of like Twitch should be used. Like, I just flip it on and go. Well, here's the thing about that. That thing is permanently. Maybe I should show it to you. Why not? Why don't I show it to you? I can't think of a good reason not to. Why not? Let's see if we can do this. Let's go to the web. And I will show you something interesting. All right. This is before anything has happened. We'll go to my stuff here. You guys might recognize some of this. So you go to live streaming. Okay. Let's see. Why is that showing up? It's Skype. Okay, get rid of that fucking thing. Yeah. And this is an old stream. I haven't streamed on this thing for a while. Oh, did they get rid of it? Oh, that would be nice. And the stream now, this is a Call of Duty thing that I did a while back. And hopefully they got rid of it. Yes, you can see it right here. I have not streamed yet. I have not made any content. I haven't done any such thing. And it's limited to node ads right there. This is deliberate. I haven't made content. I haven't even uploaded anything. So I can't stream here anymore. And I'm sure pretty much what I normally do, let me teach you guys something, is I make these events, right, as you see here. And what you do is you make the event, the new live event, and I've been getting green. I don't expect this to last. Usually within an hour. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it hits me in a couple days ago. I have a feeling as soon as I make it, it'll go yellow. One day. Sure. One day. Make your event, whatever. It's pretty much a drag. It's a drag, man. Sucks. So you think this is one big giant accident? I don't think YouTube's interested in money. They never made it to begin with. They never made it. This is about power. This is about political influence. Nobody's this stupid. Well, not at the corporate level. Going back to Roman Atwood real quick, I have to say. So they told them, and then they changed the policy within the hour. Oh, look at our new policy. We just updated them. Look it down below. And then Roman Atwood re-uploaded it. Kittens, puppies, and a cute baby. Same blog. Same blog. YouTube should have stayed a hobby. No monetization. Oh, bullshit. They would have cut. They would have. Look, if they were allowed to sell other things, it wouldn't have grown without the monetization. You wouldn't have people investing. You wouldn't have seen epic rap battles of history and stuff like that. The more creative stuff, you know. We never saw it. It was a brilliant idea that could get people into entertainment that didn't have connections to it, and I think that's what the biggest problem that they have. And it's too bad. It's actually kind of sad. And somebody sent me this for the meme. YouTube, making it easier to fuck creators in the ass. So, shout out to Diamond Eyes for that. So I've made my 23 or 25-minute speech. And this is deplorable, and this part is about you. And I will see you Sunday after this. If you like, jump in my Discord, go on and wait in a call. I'm going to pull it. And we're going to talk. And I'm going to goof on you. And if you're slick, maybe you can goof on me. Get a joke on me. Shout out to Ace Trainer Liam, which is, it's too bad that Pokemon's not bigger. My fans didn't give it, a lot of people subs didn't give it a chance. But there was some really funny stuff. I watched it for the first time just before we went on. And Ace Trainer Liam, very funny. He's pretty quick himself. Let's put some new guys on. Oh, do I have my stuff right? Please, God, help me. Stereo mix. Push to talk. Yeah, here we go. Let's go with Alpha Jinx. Alpha Jinx, you're on the air, buddy.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Man?
Shout out for all the great content you make, Tommy. And I also wanted to share a story relating to the left that happened during election night that really showed me the light when it came down to it. Because I was actually somewhat like a centrist, like kind of both ways.
Sure.
And
you're not welcome in the new. You're not welcome in the new YouTube. You just have to be a leftist.
I know.
Yeah.
But like, what happened was that I voted for Donald Trump because I honestly didn't want Hillary Clinton. And it's like a freedom. Like you can like pick whoever you want as president if it fits onto your views. And so I honestly posted on YouTube that I had voted for Donald Trump and I gave my reasons for it. And I never said anything. And I was always trying to be on, both sides of like the arguments when it came down before the election. But then somehow my family found my YouTube and found that video. And I swear to God, my own family, cousins, brothers and sisters were trying to guilt trip me for voting for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And then they were like saying, oh, how could you like vote for like this racist
fascist
guy that's clearly trying to kick us out because we're Puerto Rican. They think that he's trying to kick out Puerto Ricans.
You're an American citizen, for Christ's sakes. You can't be
I tried telling them that, but they were like saying they're trying to kick all Spanish people out.
They bought the bullshit.
And then, you know what's funny? I tried talking to them, but they wouldn't even get me a point in. They were just trying so hard to guilt trip me. This is my own family that tried to do this. Friends, I had like lost like 50 people on my Facebook just because I said that I was okay with Donald Trump.
You see, I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton either. But I definitely supported. I just loved the destruction he was doing to the left and political correctness. And I don't know. I don't even know if he's going to end up being a good president. But I think it was just, to me, it was a brick through the window of 8 years of Obama and increasing authoritarianism from the left. That's scary.
I think also. So I think what YouTube's also trying to do.
Ow!
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I think what YouTube's also trying to do is that they're trying to push this left-wing agenda towards possibly like new voters when it comes down to the new election.
Sure.
Because they're really trying to make sure he doesn't win another election.
Sure. And he may. And you know what? It's like I wonder if they're actually doing the opposite, because the more they seem to throw at Trump during the election, the more he seemed to do better. Personally, I don't care if he gets reelected or not. I think we're fucked either way. But it's just, I just want the country out of the hands of people that are either okay with political correctness or actively want to enforce it. And that's why I'd rather see a nutcase like Trump in there. I'm not super happy with Trump, I'll be perfectly honest. Melissa! But I find the left, and Trump's not even on the far right. He's kind of a populist. I find the left.
He's like his own thing at the moment.
He's like his own thing.
More than.
Yeah. I mean, the Republicans aren't exactly sticking up for him. Bunny Bond. If there was a YouTube rival, Pootie Pie, ESO Danny, Jacksepticeye. Well, I mean, I'm hearing Amazon wants to get involved, and that's the guys they want to sign. They want to sign guys like that to exclusive contracts. Exclusive contracts.
I could personally see Amazon somewhat trying to give a competition towards YouTube, because I really feel, though, that there has to be a site besides YouTube that a lot of content creators can go to. I know some people could say vid.me, but vid.me is not really
they don't have the reach
too
yet.
easy to get onto. They don't really have a backing or anything to really rival
And who's
YouTube.
to say if they did, they wouldn't do the same goddamn thing?
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, YouTube was trying to like paint the same thing, because before Google or anything, YouTube was a platform which it really promoted, you know, make anything you want. This is for content creators, this and that.
Yeah.
But then once, you know, big companies came in, they really didn't have a say. Like they had to like follow what Google and everything else say. So that's why I really don't trust companies like vid.me when they say, oh, we're going to be open and shit.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have Amazon do it, because in a way they're sort of like open for more people to go on to it. I mean, it's really easy to have your own content, because I have a friend that works on DVD distribution that actually has this stuff being streamed on Amazon, and it's not that hard.
Yeah.
So I could see them really going into something like YouTube.
Still, it's $1 billion. You're going to have to invest like $1 billion to get the servers all over the place, and then the people that are involved, and the techs, and it's a huge undertaking. Listen, Alpha Jinx, thank you for the call. I'm going to take a few more. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Talking to you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, everybody talks about the new competitor. It just seems like a dream. It seems like almost like not even worth talking about. And who's to say they won't be influenced? And another thing I want to talk about is, like, Tommy, it's the sponsors. It's the sponsors. The sponsors don't want to support terrorism. They don't want to support hate speech. They don't want to support what? DeFranco? They don't want to support DeFranco? Are you kidding me? Are you joking? They'll support movie. Pepsi's all over movie theaters. They monetize movie theaters. Lots of fucks and shits and sex. Oh, wait a minute. That's from the mainstream media. That's okay. YouTube could have easily told them to go screw. They would have crawled back, because they know this is the future. They know what they have. But they also know that part in... and this is what Casey Neistat missed. The thing that's different about YouTube, he's 100% correct about this, but this is what he doesn't understand. Community. It's unique. There's no community around Channel 4. There's no community around cable TV or satellite or Netflix or anything like that. YouTube has something totally unique. It's community. And Casey Neistat saying, look what we have, and I'm going to tape it on my chest like I'm a fucking goddamn 5th grade science teacher to teach the kids. Sorry, Casey, I think that's lame. You're a great YouTuber, you're a legend. But ridiculous. Redonkulous. That's what they're trying to destroy. The community. Because they can't control a community of this size. Because they're going to have all different types of views. They're going to have all different types of backgrounds. And they're going to have different arguments. And some of those arguments are going to rise to the top. They're going to bubble up. Why does the light always do that with my hands up? I always wondered about that. Why does it do that? How do magnets work? I don't believe no scientist. You know, it's not about sponsors. It's not about money. They don't care. They'll sponsor anything. It's the people that they can't control as far as their views. There's no pressure to keep your mouth shut if you don't agree with the Democratic Party on everything, like there is in Hollywood. Andrew Peak, you're gonna blow it. 3, 2. Pika? Andrew Pika?
Andrew Peak. It's Andrew Peak.
All right, you're in. What's up, man?
Okay. You can hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
So this is my first time calling in, so I don't really know what to ask.
You can talk
I'm
about
gonna try and think of something that you haven't heard about yet.
What do you mean? All right, go ahead. What do you got?
So have you heard about that drama between Rice Gum and iDubbbz? I know I'm pretty early to that.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, I did. I made some money on it too. What's the matter with you? You just want to call in, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, how long you been? I've never seen you around. How long you been a fan? Be honest. You have to. Last week, for all I care.
My headphones are actually kind of crap right now, so I can barely hear you. I'm sorry.
You could barely hear me?
Yep.
Well, you really need some good headphones. You think you could ask Mom and Dad if you could get headphones?
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. We'll take another call.
Hey! The funny man on the internet wants me to buy headphones. Can I get them?
I don't think he's talking to anybody.
She said no.
Yeah. You know what the fuckhead said?
What?
Do you know what the fuckhead said?
Nope.
They said to blow you up.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you want to get blown up? Sir. Oh, I'll put a negative mic. Negative mic, you're on the air. We're cut 50 bucks from Gamer G. Here's to growing from nothing and becoming successful. Been feeling really good this week. I've been feeling good this week. Thank you so much, Gamer G. What do you got, Negative Mutt? I couldn't be happier. It's good to talk to you, sir. What's up, Negative Mutt?
I think it should work now.
What are you talking about?
I've got a question.
For me?
I was just wondering. What the fuck did Philly D do with all the Patreon money?
I haven't had time to investigate that. And I'm going and planning on doing a podcast, but I am going to have all my T's crossed and all my I's dotted before I go after Philly D. And that is coming. Because
I just thought about it today and I was like,
yeah.
hell,
you know what? This might be a seat situation where, well, Keemstar being right. I mean, because he's basically accused. Well, he's going to steal that money. You know,
well,
I am going to try to. I am going to. I'm opening myself up right now. Any lawyers out there? You got first of all, you got to prove to me you're a lawyer. I want to know. Wait a minute, somebody did approach me back in the day when I was doing Catch 33. Somebody approached me. I think it's time to talk to them. I'm going to go through. I'm going to subscribe to him on Patreon. And I'm going to go through everything he's posted since we started that Catch 33 episode. I'm going to go through it because from what I understand, the language is very, very vague. And there's a lot of folks that were told that they were going to get vlogs. I don't know that they have ever gotten vlogs. And I think a lot of us were left to believe that there was going to be some kind of news channel. But he never quite said. And we don't know how much money it is, which I said I didn't have a problem with because people are going to nitpick. You ain't got enough money now. Where is this money going? The content hasn't changed. Now, did he hire anybody? Is this going to be involved? If he's hiring people with this money, that's fine. But then you got to ask yourself, are we just, donating to pay his employees? And what are those employees doing? All he's saying is thank you. Where is that money going? I don't make that much money doing this, but I show people where it goes, and they've seen the improvement. I don't know. I'm wondering about it too.
Great. I was looking on Twitter and I actually I just did a quick little search, Philly D Patreon, and there's hundreds of people just asking when's the news channel coming. I'm paying $100 a month. $100 a month.
I wouldn't done.
And that's not one person.
No, it isn't.
It's thousands of people.
I'm gonna work
thousands of people.
Well, I'm hearing more and more, and then Joey Salads, although his criticism isn't worth a fucking pissing on. Said that he was going to be looking into. He's going to be looking into it as well. So yeah,
I would be. It's very sus. So that's why I thought I'd bring it up on the show.
Well, you know what? It starts here. Usually it does. The Fiverr guys started here. What else started here? The Monkey Jones started here.
I'm calling it. I smell some bullshit.
I'm starting to think so too. I can't believe he's pocketing the money. But it's his evasiveness is what concerns me. The video that led to, and I'm going to find that video one of these days where he did the, like, I'm having a really hard time. And he left that in the edit and he just did the shoulder flip. Like he's really upset and going through a hard time. And the days prior to that being absent. And then the Patreon came.
I heard he was doing vlogs, and I saw a studio in a vlog. But man, does it really take this long to set that all up? You know?
I don't know. See, that's my problem. I have no frame of reference, and I don't trust Keemstar.
Yeah, we need a little rat in there.
Yeah, I don't trust him. Let's see, in DeFranco Elite, he's more about what he's doing on there, and he's trying out new shows on the weekends for a news channel thing. In the middle, he's in the middle of casting. All right, he's in the middle of casting. I don't know how long it takes.
Yeah,
but I mean, there's rumors that he's taken down. He's taken in over $1 million already.
Well, it's been months. It would be over $1 million
probably
now.
If it was $100K, if it's $2,500K, it's $1 million.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's heaps.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Heaps of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
And a lot of people fell for it, unfortunately.
Well, I don't want to say that until I know the truth, but I have been looking
allegedly.
I have people sending me clips from DeFranco Elite. YouTube is even in bed with musical labels and record execs. Now they're counting YouTube views towards album sales and Billboard ratings metrics. Post Malone label took advantage. His song debuted at #2. Post Malone's a real talented guy, though.
Yeah.
Power. All right, Negative Mutt. It's good to talk to you, sir. Thanks for calling.
All right. Have a good one, mate. Thanks for having me.
All right. I like when the Australians say, "Hey, have a good one, mate." Feel like punching a fucking crocodile, choking him out. All right, what else we got? Mr. Wark, you're on here. What's up, buddy?
Oh, hey, Tommy.
What you got, man?
I was just wanting to ask you one thing.
What's that?
Marvel. You know Marvel Comics.
Sure, they suck now. I heard they're all SJW'd out, but yes.
Oh yeah. About that, but I just want to hear about your opinions on that.
I haven't read comics since Civil War, because I felt, as somebody who was a 9/11 witness, that they were degrading deliberately the seriousness of that attack. Logan is my girl. I miss the old days when people respected your opinion and have thoughtful conversation. They disagreed. My parents had taught me better than to cause a problem over belief. Yeah, it wasn't always. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, back in the old days, people could disagree and get along. They couldn't. It wasn't true. But it definitely seems worse now. Thank you so much for your kind donation. Mr. Wark, what were we talking about? I apologize.
It's okay. You're just reading off a donation.
No. Yeah, okay. Where were we? Let's pick up where we left off.
The Marvel Comics SJW.
Yes, I stopped. Thank you. I stopped reading because I thought they took 9/11 and tried to sort of juxtapose George W. Bush in a war that I was involved in, and juxtapose like 9/11 was just this random thing that happened. It didn't, and that the government was using their power to take away freedoms from us. And I thought there was a horrible way to do that, to kill Captain America. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck comic books. This is bullshit. And it's funny, when the only time I saw my personal liberties disappearing is when they got their hero president, Barack Obama. And I saw Gamergate. And I saw what feminism can do outside of a college campus. And how it can attack stuff like video games and comic books and all this other stuff. Stuff that, I kind of like and want politics away from. And sports. I saw it in hockey as well. It's funny how when they got in charge, things started to suck. And things started getting less edgy and less interesting. And now it's affected my income. So, yeah, I don't like comic books anymore. Fuck them. Fuck comic books. Can
I ask you one last question?
Sure.
Since it's October.
Yes.
I was wondering, have you seen it yet?
No, I don't have time to see movies. I usually wait till they come out in video or when they get a thing. But I saw the TV series in the 90s. I think I read the book years ago, like over 20 years ago. Yeah, why?
Wow.
You're one of those guys that that really likes what do you call it? Like pop culture stuff, huh?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I never really considered myself that, but
now you're talking about really dorky, weeby stuff. I mean, I suppose it's the places to do it. Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you a secret. Don't tell anybody. I like that dorky stuff, too. It's just that the SJWs ruined it. And they're ruining it more and more all the time.
True.
All right, buddy. Have the best, Mr. Work. Enjoy.
All right. See ya.
I'll try to see it, and if I do see it, I'll let you know. You know what I should do? And I don't have time to do this, but I'd have to take a day off. I think the English movies usually run over here on Wednesday. And because I can't, I could watch a movie in German, but I can't think all that well in German. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Maybe I should take a day off once in a while if a big movie's come out. Go see that on a Wednesday and then do the review Thursday. But I'd have to skip the show because I think it's like at 9 o'clock. Maybe. I don't know if you guys want me to do that. Skip a show to watch a movie so I can review. I did it with Star Wars. I got about 20 or 30,000 hits on that one. Something ridiculous like that. I Zindel on the air.
Hey Tommy.
What's up? What's up, buddy? What do you got?
Hey, so I'm not really, well, it's not that I'm not allowed to ask it, but like I know tonight's stream is really serious about like what YouTube have been doing, but I've got like quite a light-hearted question.
Sure, go ahead. You can ask anything. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm in a light-hearted.
So I'm trying to start. Well, it's a very simple question, but basically, I'm trying to start a podcast on music reviews. What would your like tips to start with?
All right, here's what I tell everybody. First of all, getting a foothold in podcasting, right, without actually being famous prior is extremely difficult. So here's what you got to do and hope you get lucky, all right? You need to have a schedule and stick to it. And then work harder and harder each week on your podcast. You have to have a schedule. You can't just put it out when you want. You can't do any baited bullshit.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I'm still alive. You know I'm going to be here at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever your schedule is, that is the most important thing. Whether you put it on YouTube or iTunes, schedule. Twitch guys will tell you the same thing. When you stream, you start at a certain time. Let them know. And that's my advice to you. And then, listen to yourself. Keep getting better at it. If you somehow can draw some money, take the money you get and invest it in microphones and things of that nature, and you build your way up. That's it.
Okay. Cool.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck.
Bye.
All right. Taking them all today. People send me their videos and ask what I think of them. And I should be kind of. I'm always uncomfortable reviewing them, but I should be honored that so many people ask me that. George's Cross, you're on the air. 3?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man? You're on the air.
Yeah, I'm going back to the YouTube thing. I think this is stemming from a problem that the colleges over there are basically causing an echo chamber. And because Google's hiring a lot of college-educated people, like you talking people who are doing like, I don't know if you have bachelor's degrees and masters over there. So I think you call it someone else or something. They're getting qualified. Obviously, they're hiring programmers from there. They're hiring moderators, and the managers are probably coming up from those degrees, and then they're getting business degrees or something. And they're being taught the standard, like, oh, the business needs diversity, the business needs this, but they're getting basically standard, very hard left-wing, like political views.
Sure.
And I think,
instead of learning how to build a business,
Yeah. And I think what's happened is that the hard left is been institutionalized. It's in the government. It's speaking from the UK perspective, it's in the education system from like primary school all the way up to university. I mean, like I was being told like stuff that I found like pretty controversial, like when I was about 8, 12, stuff I seriously disagreed with, but they were just sending it out like we need a one-child. They're saying like stuff at school was saying we need a one-child policy, like China or some shit. I was like, and I'm like. And they're like I went Catholic school as well. So like, it wasn't that it was seeping in. So I got a very sheltered view of it, but it was seeping into like a Catholic owned school and stuff like that.
It might explain the fact that like when they imply these sort of progressive ideas that have nothing to do with economics, that have nothing to do with money, when they fail, they don't do anything else. You see it in the National Football League. The solution to the National Football League problem is say, hey, guess what? You want to be a fucking activist? You want to be a football player because you're standing when we do the national anthem. It is our tradition. It is our rule. If you don't like it, you can go play in Canada or somewhere else. That's it. That's your job. This has nothing to do with freedom of speech. This has nothing to do with the First Amendment. This is a requirement of your employment. And that would go a long way to getting people back. But no, they double down. They keep going. So, and that would make sense. And what you're saying, Sarah, is it's institutionalized because this is what they default to when things go wrong. They actually do more of what doesn't work. Yeah. Because the goal is no longer to make money, to make the NFL bigger, to make YouTube more profitable, make it larger. The goal is to tell people how to think and influence elections. I think that's what you're saying. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's the same with education as well. It's not about teaching the people the skills or teaching the people the work. It's about teaching them a certain way of viewing the world.
Yes.
And if they learn anything on the side, well, good for them. But the main thing is always as a message.
It's like think. They're teaching like think. That's what they're going. Yeah. George, I'm going to keep going. Thank you so much for the call, buddy. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah,
Peace.
Cool.
Good call. Real good call. Downfall. You're on the air.
All right, Tommy. I finally got my audio fucking working today.
All right, what do you got for me, buddy?
We're talking about Susan Wojcicki today.
We can talk about it. We're coming to the end, so we can talk about anything you want. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. Well, fuck that. Fuck that witch.
Okay.
Hey, I remember you mentioning once you're like into heavy metal. Is that true?
I guess when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean.
When you're a kid, boy. Yeah. What do you mean when you're a kid? Metal's for life.
I didn't like, because I didn't like anything after Pantera.
Well, I mean, you can still like the old shit, like most of the stuff.
I still do. I still do. I just, like, I'm trying to think, like 90s metal, especially late, it was garbage. You know.
Funny thing, I remember you mentioning one of those like 90s Slayer songs. I'm like, what the fuck? Of all Slayer songs you can mention, you mentioned something from Diabolus.
Oh, that's the only song, but that's that's the only song I like off that album because that album sucks.
Oh, okay. That one's shit.
God Hates Us. Love to Hate. Love to Hate. That's a great song though. I swear by that song. But yeah, but the rest of the album sucked. You're right. Yeah.
What's your favorite one from them?
Dead Skin Mask.
No, I mean album.
Album Seasons of the Abyss.
See, I mean, it's a good answer, but it's not the correct answer.
Yeah, the correct answer is what the one Angel of Death is off of, right?
No. The correct answer is any of the first three.
Any of the first three? Yeah, that one of the one the Angel of Death was off of. No, I like Seasons in the Abyss. And the reason I like Seasons in the Abyss is I thought it's a much better, it shows that they're growing at that stage, that they're more than just Slayer. There's a lot of different, they took a lot of different melodic risks back in those days at a time. And by the way, I was a teenager when that came out, when you couldn't be anything other than Slayer. And they took a lot of risks with songs like Seasons in the Abyss and Dead Skin Masks. And they did, and they still, and the fans, well, it's slower. Everything was, remember, they came out, they come from the thrash era in the mid 80s. So they slowed it down a little bit. You probably don't realize it because you don't remember, but it's slowing down thrash music was a risk to your audience.
Actually,
and they took it.
Actually, they did that on Hell Awaits. Crypts of Eternity and
but it wasn't like Sleep. But look at the studio quality between those early records and the quality of Seasons in the Abyss. It's much better. It's a much better product because they're getting more money and it's a much better recording. So to me, the fact that they could do this, it still remained heavy and no one bitched back then. Back in I think it was 1990, says a lot about Slayer to me. I'm not saying the bad stuff. I like Slayer's later stuff. But I like Metallica's early stuff, and as they go on. So we're probably, I like Metallica's early stuff in the 80s and everything else.
Dude, it's funny. A lot of people always say Slayer never sold out, though. I mean, come on, though. Diabolus is a new metal album. Let's be honest.
Well, what did they do? They downtuned. Everybody was doing drop D.
Well, it's not even just that. It's like, it's the weird, there's some sampling on there.
Oh, I didn't know there was
sampling. It kind of sounds like Slapnuts, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they went right back to what they were doing after that. Yeah.
Well, not right away though. God Hates Us All kind of has a little bit of that in there too.
But I got to be honest with you. I liked, although fucking Limp Bizkit was awful, but I did like that band and I like the downtuning. I like that stuff and I still like it. I think it's a metal that grooves. I like metal that grooves.
Oh,
So,
me too, but
yeah.
not new metal.
Dude,
have
you
you
don't like
ever
the
heard
you don't like the Deftones?
No, but dude, have you
You're
ever heard
insane.
the
You're insane.
Slipknot demo they did before they got Corey
They
Taylor?
were all down-tuned to shit too. All of them.
No, but dude, that demo they did before Corey the bitch Taylor joined is actually fucking decent.
Well, they're not.
I couldn't even believe it.
Well, I like that, but that was the end of metal for me. All right, man. Thanks for the call, brother.
Okay. Hey,
Take
dude,
care.
real quick though, Tommy, you got to talk about more metal. And in fact,
I don't
I'd like
listen
to have
to
you on
metal
my
anymore.
show sometime. If
I
you'd
don't.
like.
I don't listen to. I don't listen to metal anymore. I really don't listen. I listen to all sorts of shit. I don't know. I probably listen to more hip hop now. To be honest with you.
Oh God. Well, I noticed that, but
Yeah.
you got to go back, dude. There's like underground shit from the '80s that's super good. You'd like.
I probably know it all already.
No, I mean like underground, like
Like
US
who?
power metal, like Hellstar and fucking Armored Saint and stuff
Armored
like that.
Saint. I have an Armored Saint record. I have actually in the LP. I probably know it all. I hated Armored Saint. They sucked. You gonna talk about accept? Accept. There's a good one. You got your balls to the wall. Yeah. No, fuck that shit. You can have.
Yeah,
it.
but okay.
Metal
So,
Heart
okay,
by Accept. That was a good one. What about Napalm
Oh,
Death?
dude,
You want to talk about Napalm Death? Suffer the Children?
I like
I can't talk about. I gotta
they
go,
did
man.
with the new-
I gotta go, buddy. I gotta
Okay,
go.
hey.
Take care, man.
Do more metal, dude, or
Yeah,
join
dude.
my show sometime.
All right, good. Hell, Satan. I don't know. I just didn't like it after a while. He's gonna make him sick. I like the revolution that happened in the early '90s with Cobain and Pearl Jam, and I like some of the new metal. Not all new metal was good. He's right about that. I like Deftones are a great band. So fuck. They're a fantastic band. Let's put Wet Mail in. Wet Mail, you're on the air.
Oh, hey.
In
You
horrid.
don't like Limp Bizkit?
I like the band. They got too like commercial and too poppy. I like $3 Bill. You all love that. I like some of the songs. I forget the next album, but they just became too Britney Spears for me after a while. But I loved everybody in that band, and I love what they did. I love what DJ Lethal added to the group. I like Metal the Grooves, you know. And if that was and I like I don't know, like that stupid. I like, you know, I like the Roots. I like stuff that I like the Beastie Boys. They take a little bit of everything, of jazz and hip hop and rock and punk, and they just kind of squish it all together. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I'm a big
My mom
Beastie
used to
Boy.
have a Limp Bizkit album that we had listened to in her car when I was little.
Your mom's probably my age, right?
Yeah.
Did she do it all for the nookie? The nookie? Just stick it up her stick it up her
Yeah.
All right. What's on your mind, man?
What was I gonna say?
Yeah,
I want to talk. Well,
what do you want to talk
I
about?
want to talk about the YouTube stuff.
Go ahead. Shoot.
All right.
Coming to the end.
First of all, you like my poster?
No. What's your poster?
The Donald Trump one.
Oh, that's right. You're the kid with the Donald Trump. Fuck. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever showed anybody this. Did I put that on Twitter?
You put it on Twitter. Yeah.
Fucking shit. Hold on a second. You don't care if I reveal your DMs here?
No,
there's nothing on there.
that's cool.
Yeah, hold on a second. Look at this shit. It's fucking his room, and that poster, in fact, there's got what? Trump and what else? Alex Jones?
Hold on, let me look behind me. It has Trump, Alex Jones, Milo, Roger Stone, Pepe, Paul Joseph Watson.
You're the real deal, Wet Mail. You're the real deal. Holy, why am I not up there? How about that?
I'll get on that tonight.
All right. Yes,
You see,
sir.
like right where Roger Stone is, right there. That's where I'm gonna slap you at.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're really. You're one of those alt-right guys that everybody hates. You know?
Well, I drive around with the InfoWars sticker on my car.
Do you really?
so
You shouldn't listen to InfoWars though. I don't recommend
I'm
that.
done. Yeah, I kind of stopped listening.
Yeah,
to
they kind of.
That's an InfoWars poster though.
Yeah. What about Ben Shapiro? He seems to be a pretty rational guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty good guy.
Joe Rogan. I like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan.
I love him. I listen to him.
Yeah,
I
Joe
listen
Rogan's
about every
great.
podcast. I like Steven Crowder. Did you see the Steven Crowder?
Steve Crowder might be. I have no disrespect for Steven Crowder, but he might be a little too conservative for me. I'm a little more liberal than him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, like no disrespect. But it just.
I understand you, and I understand.
His comedy is not my thing, but I mean, he's a super talented guy, and I definitely You know,
but
I'm sure they're trying to fuck him
the
too.
The Antifa thing? He put his producer, not gay, Gerald Pat.
Jeff the Chin, $2. He sprays Ivanka Trump with perfume on his pillow. What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. This guy, Jeff the Chin, says you spray Ivanka Trump perfume on your pillow. Is this true, sir?
No, but I do have a Donald Trump shirt in my closet. Like not like a picture of him, but like one of his designer like shirt thing,
That's
whatever.
Funny. Do you have a shot from the? Do you have a shot from the point? A badass, very soft, comfortable shot from the point T-shirt?
I'm too poor.
All right, fuck.
I'm spending it on this.
I'm too poor to give you a free one. This is the part where the radio host says, "Well, I take care of it. I'll get it for free." Not me. I can't afford it either. I had to buy a bunch of freebies.
If you give it to me. No, okay.
Contest.
Cool. But did you see his, the thing where they did expose Antifa?
No, I didn't. I don't watch a lot of Crowder, I'll be honest with you. 333. Good show today. Thank you, Mark. No,
it was good. They just went out and they did like some reporting.
There's some guy that says he can get me on Crowder show, which I'd be more than happy to do.
If that's legit,
I don't think. Yeah, believe me, but I keep hearing that I'm gonna like. I never hear from Steven or tell who to email or anything. I'd love to go on. That'd be great. I don't know if me and Crowder. I don't know if me and Crowder agree on everything. You know, I'm like pro gay marriage.
Send them a tweet though.
I think that's so lame. I won't send him a tweet. No.
Well, he's not.
Can I come on your show? I mean, it's so lame, dude. It makes me look like I'm fucking desperate. Fuck no.
Yeah, no, that's not a good. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But he's not anti-gay though.
No, well, I didn't say he was anti-gay. I just said he's probably an anti-gay marriage, which doesn't make you anti-gay. But,
well, that's
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I have a feeling we would disagree respectfully on a couple things. All right, Wet Mail, get out of here, you Trump nut job.
Hold on. Sorry, but I never got to ask you my question.
Go shoot.
All right. Do you think that Google and like Facebook and Twitter have like outside forces pressuring them to do stuff like get rid of conservative voices on their websites?
Yeah. I'm sure.
Soros.
I don't know. I don't want that's conspiracy route. Game Dojo says the yellow icon on the stream is just a bug. Delete all the metadata like tag, title, and stuff like that. Go green. Not everything will be a conspiracy. Not everything is a conspiracy theory. Well, thank you very much, Game Dojo. But I just wanted to give an example. I did not actually lead to an actual theory. I just wanted to give an example on the type of stuff that's going on. And to be perfectly honest with you, it's not a conspiracy theory when you see stuff like this. This is not an accident. This is Jimmy Kimmel getting ads, mainstream guy, and another guy not, and them not responding to it. This is not an accident with Roman Atwood, changing their policy an hour after they've been telling people that you need 1,000 views. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's circumstantial evidence of an agenda. And considering they're trying to move to a Netflix format, considering the fact that Susan Wojcicki has used language like a microaggression, considering, and this is all the things that I brought up, James Damore was fired because he said, this is from Google, that women aren't capable to do certain type of tech jobs. But of course, if you read his manifesto, it doesn't say that whatsoever. It might be time to consider the fact that they may have a political agenda. All those things. The least of which that I pointed out is the Streamlabs thing. The very smallest part, Game Dojo. That's the tiniest part. So please, come and debate me instead of just taking the one, admittingly, weakest thing that I have, or show me that these people don't have an agenda. But you're going to have a little trouble when I get to James Damore, aren't you? Have a nice day, Wet Mail.
All right, bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Give me a break. Not everything's a conspiracy theory. Yes, sure. So, yeah, well, nobody calls me. They just they take the weakest part. That thing's gone. Let's clear out all the metadata. Why should I have to do that? What's the fucking problem here? Why would that even cover something that I didn't even upload yet? Why would this happen? Why would this happen? Why would James Damore happen? How many times? I don't see you posting in there. Conspiracy theory means a theory with absolutely nothing to back it up. I've given you 3 circumstantial evidence that this company might have an agenda. And I can point to James Damore, who was actually in the company, who can tell you that people told him to check his fucking privilege. By the way, he's involved in a lawsuit right now. So, please. This is not Alex Jones saying the fucking frogs are gay. This is not anything of the sort. This is pointing to a couple examples, and people are more than welcome to decide by themselves. And when I turn the stream off, people will still be getting demonetized. Jimmy Kimmel won't. All right, everybody. But the frogs were gay. It could be. Have a nice day, everybody. I'll see you Sunday. I'm going to be working on Get to the Point. Sorry I haven't put one out. Yeah, he disappeared. They always do, don't they? Who the fuck is Games Dojo anyway? That's who you're trying to put me. They're going to be like, oh, Tommy said that Susan Wojcicki did 9/11. No, she did the Advocare.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town, the King's home, slapping 5s, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.